Good afternoon, students. Shall we start? So, in the last lecture, we had started with chapter number 4, that is requirement analysis and specification, right? So, in that, we had seen several specification based on those requirements, like how requirements are gathered, what type of classification, formal and informal meetings we need to conduct. Further, we had seen this, that is two types of gathering that we can perform. One is FAST, second one is QFD. So in FAST, we are focusing on that what type of meetings we are arranging, in what type of area we are focusing, right? After that, we had started with, yes, we had taken one example, that is safe home system. On that, we are trying to identify then what type of specification we can carry forward using this FAST. Now, after that, we had started with quality function deployment, that is QFD, in which we had seen the three major types of our requirement. The first one is the normal requirement, that very normal to achieve, right? Second one is the expected, and third one that we had seen, that is existing requirement, right? So we had already completed these three types of requirement. Shall we move further? Okay. So very second, that is the use case scenario. Now regarding the same example, we'll try to identify the use case. But use case is the topic of our laboratory session. As I had already informed you that in that SRS documentation, once we are able to complete 5 units, the fifth unit is non-functional requirements. So once we are done with that topic, we'll directly start various UML diagrams. ER diagram you had already learned in your database subject. So we'll start from the class diagram, after that use case, after that DFD, activity diagram, state and sequence. All diagram will see this, right? So right now the same example we are not referring with help of use case scenario. Okay, everyone getting this? Fine. Let me just, okay, yes, this is also the relevant to this. So let me directly start with requirement elaboration. So requirement we all had gathered. Now how we can do further elaboration on the same? So its main task is developing a pure model of software using functions, features, and constraints of the software, right? So here we are emphasizing on the functions and feature of our requirement, whatever we had gathered. Fine. So the requirement analysis model, that means the intent of this model is to provide a description of the required information, functional and behavior domain for the system. So these all UML diagrams are used to represent either structural view or behavior view of your system. Say for example, if you are using class diagram, that is used to represent the structure view. Say for example, if you are using activity diagram, state diagram, so those diagrams are used to represent the behavior of your system. So that we'll see whenever we'll start that topic in this week itself in your laboratory. Okay. So what type of scenario that you can divide? So one is scenario based, second is the class based. So in the scenario based, it describes the system from the user's point of view using scenario states in use case and activity diagrams. So use case and activity is used to represent the scenario. There's one line you can remember. Okay. Same way class based elements. So that identify the domain classes or the object manipulated by the actors and the attribute of these classes and how they interact with one another, which utilize class diagram to do this. So in the class diagram, first you are mentioning the name of class. Say for example user. User is one of the class, right? So what are the attributes? Attributes are like user ID, sorry, okay, user name, user age, yes, address. So these are the, like, you can consider as a attributes or operation, attributes, right? And what type of operation you can consider, like add user, delete user, modify the list, kind of update, yes. So in the class diagram you must have these three things with you: class name, attributes and operations, right? So the first topic we'll see in the lab, that is on this class diagram. Fine. Second is behavioral element. So how you are able to represent the behavior with help of sequence diagram and state diagram. So again that we'll see in the lab, no need to go in detail. And the last one, that is flow. So to represent the flow, we are using DFD, that is data flow diagram, in which we are having DFD 0 level, DFD 1 level as well as DFD 2 level. So at that time we'll discuss. Okay. After that, requirement negotiation. So how we are able to perform this step? Agree on a deliverable system that is realistic for developers and customers. Activities in negotiation are identify the key stakeholders. These are the people who will be involved in the negotiation. So obviously you as a developer team cannot directly do negotiation with your user. You must need to identify the intermediate entity, and that is your targeted stakeholders who are responsible to perform both way communication either with the developer team as well as with the customers. Okay. It determine each of the stakeholders win situation. Win condition are not always obvious, right? So we are just identifying that these are the ideal scenario that can be considered as a win situation. But again, there is a chances of a win-win situation. That means it either have some positive response or it might require some negotiation. Third one is negotiate, saying that work towards a set of requirements that lead to the win-win. So here we are performing several negotiation with help of stakeholders. Second is requirement specification. So what type of specification you can provide? Functional, non-functional. So the first one is the functional. Any requirement which specify what the system should do. They are basically the requirements stated by user which one can see directly in the final product, unlike non-functional requirement. So see, whatever is the functional requirement that must be directly visible. Say for example, you are performing registration. So that is one of the function. Say for example, you are performing booking. So that is one of the functional requirement. But for example, you are having several security, several safety constraints, right? So they are actually not directly visible. But yes, whatever is implemented, they might have implemented those entity in the backend, right? So those are treated as a non-functional requirement, but this booking, payment, those are the functional requirement. Okay. How the system should react to particular input. Okay. For example, in the library management system, these are the functional requirements. You can see they are quite clear to understand. Yes or no? Any query? Okay. And in the non-functional, a non-functional requirement will describe how a system should behave and what limits there are on its functionality. Okay, so they are not functional but they are non-functional. Say for example, response time, throughput, that is the efficiency, availability, how your system is reliable, security constraint, maintenance constraint, etc. Right? So these all are the actually quite required aspect of our application, right? But they are not functional, they are non-functional. Fine. Now characteristics of good SRS. Again, what is the full form of SRS? Full form of SRS? Specification, right? Yes. So whatever document we are preparing nowadays in the lab, that is nothing but the SRS. So here they have simply written various characteristic of good SRS. So that is just for your understanding. There are very less chance to have such question in the exam, right? But you can just go through one by one. First one is the correct. Second one is the unambiguous. Just read content by your own. I guess I am not required to explain in depth. But let me know if you are not getting any of the point. First one is the correct. Second one is the unambiguous. Please read those characteristics. These two are clear. Okay. Let me show you next. You can just note it down these points if you want to. Just the main characteristic name, because we'll have many more in this list. Done? Done everyone? Okay, fine. Again, last three, traceable, verifiable and consistent. From the name itself, you are able to write the content, right? But name should be remembered by you. Clear? Okay, okay, fine. Next is standard template for writing SRS. No need to see this thing as we are already doing same in the lab. They have simply given the sequence which already we are following. The format which we are following out to prepare the SRS, that is given by IEEE standards, right? So it is quite short format as well as easy to complete. So we are following that standard format. Okay, okay, fine. Now problem without SRS. So say for example, if directly you are starting implementation and if you are not preparing that SRS, then what type of problem you may face? So the first one is without developing the SRS document, the system would not be properly implemented accordingly customers need, because we haven't written or we haven't list out anything. We directly started to have the implementation. So might have this query. Software developer would not know whether what they are developing is what exactly required by the customer. But obvious, without SRS, it will be very difficult for the maintenance engineer to understand the functionality of system, because ultimately, yes, modification will also be difficult, as well as this maintenance is difficult. Why? Because ultimately maintenance will come in the picture once we are done with our entire project, right? So how maintenance team will generate that manual, user manual, if we have not listed functionality anywhere? Okay, it's quite more time consuming if we are starting to prepare manual from the coding itself. Okay, it will be very difficult for user document writer to write the user's manual. Okay, same I had said. Fine. Other problem is validation. The product is built as an output of the requirement engineering, and that is accessed for the quality through a validation step. That is quite required step, right? The formal technical reviews from the software engineer, customer, and other stakeholders help for the primary requirement validation mechanism. So this is also not possible if we are not writing a good SRS. Okay. And last one, that is requirement management. Okay. So whatever requirement we had gathered, what type of management one should perform? It is a set of activities that help the project team to identify, control, and track the requirements, and changes can be made to the requirements at any time of the ongoing project. Likewise, you are able to manage. This task start with the identification and assign a unique identifier to each of the requirement. After finalizing the requirements, traceability table is developed on which our management team will work. Okay. The example of traceability table are features, sources, dependency, subsystem, and interface of the requirement. Say for example, if you are making the table of that key, primary key, secondary key, those relation, that is also kind of dependency which we are presenting, right? And that is again part of requirement management. Fine. So here we are done with entire chapter. Yes. Yes, quite small, having only 45 slides. Otherwise, in the chapter 2 and 3, we'll have like 100 plus size, 100 plus slides. Three. I guess 117 slides are there. I might not had uploaded that chapter, right, on e-content. Okay, fine, I will do. Okay, any query? This is quite easy, I guess, as compared to Agile and that third chapter. Not easy? Okay. If you will think like that, then you might have entire subject very hard to clear even. Right? So don't keep this assumption in your mind. So from the next class onwards, we'll start with new chapter. I am not going to start today because our next lecture will be on, I guess, Thursday. Wait, I will see. I'm having on the desktop itself. Thursday? Yes, Thursday and Friday. So if we start today, then again there will be link gap. So we'll start from the Thursday. Thursday. Because our next class will be on Thursday. So if I will start one or two slide today, then again I need to repeat this thing. I had not said anything, I'll say. Okay, I guess Twinkle Madam said something. No idea. The same even we are also thinking. Like at least there should be some notification regarding your mid in a shorter time. Because ultimately, like we had completed 4 units, right? So we must have some notification on this. I'll say, are you getting? You might confuse between Twinkle Madam and Devil Madam. वो भी नहीं पता. Completely कॉलेज अगर शुरू हो जाए then definitely it would be offline. Just a minute, students. Okay, let me take the attendance. Akash, Ankit,
Present, ma'am.
Ankit, Akash. Okay, Akash is there. Ankit Kumar, Chandan, Milan,
Present, ma'am.
Shelvi.
Milan.
Yes, ma'am, Chandan.
Okay, Shelvi.
Yes, ma'am, Chandan.
Okay, Yatish, Mishi,
Ma'am, present.
Urvisha.
Missy present, ma'am.
Okay, Urvisha, Rohini, Shreya,
Ma'am, Rohini.
Harsh Tarapra,
Yes, ma'am.
Shweta, okay. Vicky, Saista,
Sir.
Dev,
Yes.
Abhiraj, Aryan,
Present, ma'am.
Sachin,
Yes, ma'am.
Hitesh, Jai
Yes,
Kishan,
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Jai Kishan.
okay. Priyanka, Kushal,
Present, ma'am.
Rajiv, Ruma, Krishna,
Present, ma'am.
Yash,
Present, ma'am.
Anki. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Vinay Chaudhary, Bhargav,
Yes, ma'am. Present, Bhargav.
Jai,
Yes, ma'am.
505. Stuti,
Present, ma'am.
Diksha,
Present, ma'am, Diksha.
Milan Sujitra,
Yes, ma'am.
Nirali,
Present, ma'am.
Mihir Ramolia, Umang,
Yes, ma'am.
Mohib Hussain,
Present, ma'am.
Hina,
Present, ma'am.
Hiren,
Yes, ma'am. Iran.
Chinmay,
Present, ma'am.
Ashish, yes. In the last, tell me those names. Ashish is not there. Zaki,
Present.
Alsaif,
Yes, ma'am. Asif Ahmad.
Bajrang, Daria, sorry, Daria. Okay. In the other class, the same spelling of Daria. So I get confused. Vensi,
Present, ma'am.
Ashish, Mananjay,
Present, ma'am.
Parth Makadia, Roshan,
Present, ma'am.
Sharad, Sonu Yadav, Umang Kumar,
Present, ma'am.
Om Detroja, Bhagyesh,
Present, ma'am.
Yash Raninga,
Present, ma'am.
Harshin,
Present, ma'am.
Zenith,
Yes, ma'am.
Sonu Kumar, Rahul Sharma,
Present, ma'am.
Ravi Kumar, Karthik,
Present, ma'am.
Manish, Naresh,
Yes, ma'am.
Kamal Raj, Divanshu, Bhumika, Aman, Amit Kumar, Brajesh, Gagan.
Present, ma'am.
Gagan is present. Astha,
Present, ma'am.
Mohammed, 31
Present man
number.
Mohammed Munaf.
Krish Kumar,
Present, ma'am.
Deep,
Yes, ma'am.
Shravan, Rinku,
Present, ma'am.
Sunil,
Present, ma'am.
Varun,
Yes, ma'am.
Tinjal, Manan.
Present, ma'am.
Thank you everyone. You all can leave.